Hello children, welcome to iTTV's Year 6 English lesson. I am your teacher Christine, and as usual, we will begin today's lesson with vocabulary building and then we move on to adverbs. Are you ready children? Have you got your books out? We are going to learn some more new words today. And the first word, treatment. Treatment means medication or attention for an illness or injury. Treatment means medication or attention for an illness or injury. Let's look at it in a sentence. Ahmad is undergoing treatment for his fractured collarbone. Ahmad is undergoing treatment for his fractured collarbone. Did you get that? The next word, medical attention. Medical attention. And what does medical attention mean? It means the sick or injured is being seen by the doctor. The sick or injured is being seen by the doctor. And the sentence, the old lady collapsed and needed immediate medical attention. The old lady collapsed and needed immediate medical attention. Let's look at the next word. Specialist. Specialist. What is the meaning of specialist? It means being skilled in a certain job. Being skilled in a certain job. Let's look at it in a sentence. A pediatrician is also known as a child specialist. He handles all children's illnesses. A pediatrician is also known as a child specialist. He handles all children's illnesses. You might have been to see a pediatrician when you were ill. Right, moving on to the next word. And it is orphanage. Orphanage. And what's an orphanage? It's a building that houses children whose parents have passed on. They have no parents, so they live in an orphanage. Let's look at the word in a sentence. Please donate generously to this orphanage, as a lot of money is needed to educate and feed the children here. Please donate generously to this orphanage, as a lot of money is needed to educate and feed the children here. Have you got down all the words, children? Well, if you haven't, here they are once again. Treatment. Treatment. The next word, medical attention. Medical attention. The next word, specialist. Specialist. And the last word, orphanage. Orphanage. Well, children, we're moving on to adverbs now. What are adverbs? Let's take a look. Adverbs are words that add more to the meanings of verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Yes, they are words that add more to the meanings of verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. There are different kinds of adverbs. Let's take a look. The first type is adverbs of manner. And what are adverbs of manner? Adverbs of manner tell us how an action is carried out. It also answers the question, how? Let's take a look at sentences which use adverbs of manner. The first example, Aming smiled broadly. Aming smiled broadly. Smiled is the verb And the adverb here is broadly. It tells us how Ah-Meng smiled, the manner in which he smiled. Let's take a look at the next sentence. The boys walked quickly. The boys walked quickly. And let's look at the verb. The verb here is walked. The adverb here is quickly, which tells us how the boys walked. The next sentence. The girls danced gracefully. The girls danced gracefully. And the verb danced. The adverb gracefully. So it tells us how the girls danced. Now we move on to the next type of adverb. And it is adverbs of place. Now what are adverbs of place? Adverbs of place show where an action takes place. It also answers the question where. Let's take a look at some examples of sentences where the adverbs of place are used. The first example, the children are waiting there. The children are waiting there. Waiting being the verb, the adverb there. The next example, put my bag here. Put my bag here. That answers the question where. And the verb is put. The adverb here. Did you get that? Moving on to the third sentence. She is waiting outside the house. This also answers the question where. Where is she waiting? She is waiting outside the house. And what is the verb? Waiting. And the adverb here, outside. Now, we move on to the next type of adverb. Adverbs of time. And what are adverbs of time? Adverbs of time tell us when an action takes place. Also answers the question when. Now, adverbs of time can be placed either at the beginning or at the end of a sentence. Let's take a look at some examples of sentences which use adverbs of time. The first sentence, tomorrow is my birthday. Tomorrow is my birthday. The verb here is the adverb tomorrow. And the adverb here is placed at the beginning of the sentence. The next sentence, the race will begin soon. The race will begin soon. The verb is will, the adverb soon. And here we see the adverb being placed at the end of a sentence. The next sentence is, she is going for a meeting tonight. She is going for a meeting tonight. And the verb here, going. The adverb, tonight. Let's move on to another type of adverb. What's the next type of adverb? Let's take a look. It is adverbs of frequency. And what are adverbs of frequency? Adverbs of frequency tell us how often an action takes place. Adverbs of frequency tell us how often an action takes place. It also answers the question, how often? Adverbs of frequency are usually placed before the verb. Let's take a look at some examples of sentences which use adverbs of frequency. They seldom play together in the garden. They seldom play together in the garden. The verb here is play and the adverb seldom. The next sentence, we often visit my aunt. We often visit my aunt. Do you know which is the verb and which is the adverb? Let's take a look. The verb here is visit and the adverb often. Now the third sentence. The boys always climb the trees. The boys always climb the trees. Now let's see whether you get the verb and the adverb correct. The verb here is climb and the adverb always. Very good. Let's take a look at another type of adverb. And these are adverbs of degree or quantity. What are adverbs of degree or quantity? Adverbs of degree or quantity tell us the extent or degree of an action. Let's take a look at some examples. The first sentence, there was enough food for everyone. There was enough food for everyone. The verb was and the adverb here is enough. Let's take a look at the next sentence. The work is almost completed. The work is almost completed. Now here in this sentence, the verb is completed and the adverb almost. Almost. The next sentence. The children were quite late in coming home. The children were quite late in coming home. Now let's look at which is the verb and which is the adverb. Were, the verb, and the adverb here is quite. Children, now that you have learned all about the different types of adverbs, are you ready to do an exercise? Well, get your books out. And here is an exercise that I have prepared for you. Have you got your exercise books ready, children? This is your exercise. You have to choose the correct adverb and fill in the blanks. Choose the correct adverb and fill in the blanks. And the adverbs here are given to you in boxes. Let's read them together. Carefully, almost, soundly, early, here, quietly, loudly, always, late, very. And the sentences are, number 1, we will be staying dash for 2 weeks. We will be staying dash for 2 weeks. Have you got that down? The next sentence, children, is I would like my breakfast dash. I would like my breakfast dash. The next sentence, children, she sat dash in the corner of the room. She sat dash in the corner of the room. The next sentence, children, the car broke down, so they arrived dash for class. The car broke down, so they arrived dash for class. Number 5, children. Don't drink the coffee yet. It's dash hot. Don't drink the coffee yet. It's dash hot. Sentence number 6. The security guard is dash at the gate. The security guard is dash at the gate. Sentence number 7. The baby slept dash while the children played around him. The baby slept dash while the children played around him. Sentence number 8, children. The roads are slippery, so drive dash. The roads are slippery, so drive dash. Sentence number 9. The dog barked dash and woke up the whole neighborhood. The dog barked dash and woke up the whole neighborhood. And the last sentence, children. It was so foggy that he dash drove into the lamp post. It was so foggy that he dash drove into the lamp post. Now, children, we'll move on to the answers. Are you ready? Let's do it together. Number 1. We will be staying here for 2 weeks. We will be staying here for 2 weeks. Did you get that? Let's move on to number 2. I would like my breakfast early. I would like my breakfast early. All right. Number 3. She sat quietly in the corner of the room. She sat quietly in the corner of the room. Number 4. The car broke down, so they arrived late for class. The car broke down, so they arrived late for class. Next one. Don't drink the coffee yet. It's very hot. Don't drink the coffee yet. It's very hot. Moving on to number 6. The security guard is always at the gate. The security guard is always at the gate. Number 7. The baby slept soundly while the children played around him. The baby slept soundly while the children played around him. Number 8. The roads are slippery, so drive carefully. The roads are slippery, so drive carefully. Number 9. The dog barked loudly and woke up the whole neighborhood. The dog barked loudly and woke up the whole neighborhood. Number 10. It was so foggy that he almost drove into the lamppost. It was so foggy that he almost drove into the lamppost. Well, children, before I end today's lesson, let's summarize what you have learned. You have learned 4 new words. They are treatment, medical attention, specialist, and orphanage. And I hope you will be using these words in sentences of your own. We also learned today about adverbs. We learned about the different kinds of adverbs, which are adverbs of manner, adverbs of place, adverbs of time, adverbs of frequency, and adverbs of degree and quantity. Well, children, I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson as much as I have. Till we meet again in the next lesson, bye for now.